these are some normal looking photos with extremely dark backstories. This is a photo of Bison and Miles Dell. The two were brothers and they were extremely close growing up. Bison would grow up to be an extremely skilled basketball player and go on to play for the Chicago Bulls and win a championship. He was on top of the world. Until one day, Bison and Miles decided to go out on a boat and kind of just spend some time together. It had been a while since they had done anything like that. So they went on the trip and a few days went by and Bison was missing. So an investigation launched and it became eerily clear what had happened. Miles, Bison's brother, had killed him. And the scariest part about it was after doing further investigation, the police had found that Miles was planning on taking Bison's identity. This next photo shows what seems to be a cute couple hugging on the beach having a beautiful moment, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In 1954, a photographer for the Los Angeles Times named John Gaunt heard a screaming going on in his backyard, which happened to be by the beach. So he took his camera and ran back there. And all he would be able to snap was this quick photo of the couple. After getting the photo, he would find out what had happened and it would shock him to his core. The couple was not having a cute moment. They were frantically screaming because their 19-month-old son had just drifted off into the ocean and drowned. Really dark stuff. And I mean, honestly, all of these are just extremely dark, but it makes sense because...
Scary facts that will give you nightmares, part 5. First up, your cat may know when you're dying. This is said because a pet cat named Oscar lived in a nursing home and was said to be able to know when a resident was about to die. He would snuggle up to certain residents and not leave their side, and soon after, they died. Next up, crows are one of the most intelligent birds, so intelligent that they can remember a human face. It's said that you should not fuck with a crow because if it remembers your face, it may attack. And lastly, conspiracy theorists believe that doctors may be killing us. You should always go to a doctor when you're not feeling well. However, theorists think this because roughly 250,000 deaths that occur per year are because of medical error. Coincidence? Like and follow for part.
Did you know people who stay up late and get up late are more likely to become psychopaths? Hello, and here's some creepy facts. Most laugh tracks and shows are from people in the 50s, which means you are hearing the laughter of dead people. If you wake up between 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. for no apparent reason, there's a 90% chance something was staring at you. Lack of sleep will shrink your brain. 70% of your dreams contain hidden meanings. On average, people escape death about 6 times through their life without knowing it. You're always 6 minutes away from death, but breathing resets the clock. Your body is the weakest between 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. as this is the time most people die in their sleep. If you shiver for no reason, then it means a spirit is passing near you. Heartbreak is a real thing known as broken heart syndrome, and the symptoms are similar to a heart attack. Your phone has a very tiny camera that watches your every move. Every time you sneeze, you skip off.
Asking what the 7 deadly sins look like.
First games you should never play. Part 18. The Game of Waiting. This game gives you the opportunity to earn a very valuable prize. To start this game, you will need to pick a day, but make it special like your birthday or something like that. Go to your calendar and mark the day before this day. Until that day comes, you can do whatever you like, but gather a match and something to burn. When that day comes, burn whatever you picked. Focus on the flame and say the words, "Tomorrow is a special day." Make it really special. Now reach out touching the flame, and as it begins to burn, pull back. This is when the game begins. From that point until midnight, do not go to sleep and do not let that flame go out. Once midnight strikes, 2 things could happen. If your fire is still going, then the game has failed. But if it goes out on its own, you've completed the game. When you wake up in the morning, something special to you will disappear. But don't look for it because you're not going to find it. However, 2 items will have taken its place. These items will be of equal value to whatever you lost. This is your prize.
Tell you I saw something right here. But it's inside now. Tap it on the window out. There.
Yeah.
Top window.
Yeah.
Bottom window. Bottom window.
I can only see it on
Is it, what the hell does its face look like? Oh, man, it disappeared. Top window. Right.
Oh my god.
The hell is it going to zoom in on this?
Oh. Gone.
Bottom window.
Oh,
What the hell is going on?
You're just going through the floor or something.
Dark secrets you didn't know about your favorite companies. John Harvey Kellogg, or Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, creator of Kellogg's, ran a sanitarium where he conducted gross experiments on children, including circumcisions done without anesthetic, tying boys' foreskins shut, and throwing acids on women's genitalia, all in an effort to stop sexual urges and masturbation. Cornflakes were actually invented as a snack that was so bland it could stop sexual urges. Between the 1940s and 50s, Quaker Oats conducted an experiment using students at Fenald State School. They fed these students radioactive contaminated oats without their consent, of course. And while no one died from this, it's still sick that they used these 7 and 8 year olds for test subjects without their consent. In 1993, Jack in the Box experienced an E. coli outbreak due to contaminated patties. It killed 4 people and left another 732 sick. It had people scared to eat Jack in the Box for years.
Today I'm going to be telling you about all the creepy, dark secrets of IKEA that you're not supposed to know about. So IKEA was purposely designed to be like a maze. It has been designed to take shoppers through every single department in the building, from the kitchen to the couches to the desks. They make sure that you see as many items as possible before you leave. Employees apparently call this path the long natural way, and the pathway has to curve every 50 feet to keep customers from getting bored of being on this path. The next thing is that exits are very hard to find. Because they don't want you to leave, they make exits almost impossible to find so that you finish walking through an entire floor before leaving. Like, think about it. Every time I go to IKEA to be there for like 20 minutes max, I end up being there for like an hour. The next fact is that there are secret shortcuts. There are shortcuts through IKEA that are kept secret from the public so that only employees can use them to get around the store faster. So you really have to keep an eye out for these secret passageways. Often they take the form of unmarked service doors. There's this employee that used to work at IKEA that literally said, if you know where to look, you will find them. The other thing is that these secret passageways often change. They change them fairly frequently because customers would get familiar with the shortcuts and know how to zip through the store. After a while, they would change the shortcuts to force people to go around the long way again. There's this creepypasta that I found called the Endless IKEA. And it says that if you don't leave IKEA before closing time, you'll be trapped there overnight in an endless maze, and employees aren't able to see you or help you. It's almost like you're trapped in this alternate dimension of IKEA world. The lights will be off, there'll be no one around, there's no doors to access, your phone won't work, and you will have to wander all of the paths until sunup. That just sounds like what would regularly happen to you if you got stuck in there overnight. Anyways though, if you've worked at IKEA before, let me know if any of these facts are true or false.
Who or what pushed that baby over?